This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Parker, Colorado. I'm here at Hardeys Motorworks. Since 2005, they have specialized in repair and service of Audi and Volkswagen vehicles while providing the best quality service for the folks here in Parker and the surrounding areas. I'm here with the owner, founder. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, you probably grew up with a little passion of automobiles. You found yourself liking Audis back in high school as a valet for a hotel. You went on to basically get formal training in the Audi Academy, really finishing first in your class, which is pretty cool. Share with me a little bit how this passion got started to service folks professionally.
I guess working in automobile shops and then being in shops for a long time, that I wanted to create more of a personal experience for myself and the clients. I felt it was hard for me to get news from 2 or 3 people down the line about a client's car I was working on, and I just wanted to personalize everything to where cars that came in, I knew everything that was going on with them. I knew the people, I talked to them, I knew all of the parts and where they came from that were going on to repair the car. I wanted to make it very personable, as if I was working on a family member's car or something like that.
Excellent. So obviously this was a natural fit for you. Brought you back here to Colorado. You missed the Rockies. Let's start off first of all with some of these cars maybe people aren't familiar with. The VW, the Volkswagen. This is a company that began back in the 1930s. German. Matter of fact, the German name is People's Car. Why do you think they continue to be popular today and spread across the U.S.?
The Volkswagen Auto Group, they make cars that people almost get addicted to. When you start driving them, you sort of get stuck into them, and it almost becomes a love-hate. Even though they have their fair share of issues, the driving experience is there, and everyone seems to really enjoy the cars.
The other type of car there I see up is an Audi, also a German company, really originated back in the 1900s. By the 1930s, it was a conglomerate of multiple organizations that came together for Audi. 1996, we seen Audi come here to the States. What do you think is more popular, the Audi or the VWs? What do you tend to see more of here in Colorado?
We see a lot of both. A lot of people like the Audis because of the Quattro system that they're known for, and they do great in the wintertime and then in the mountains. A lot of my clients will refer to the Volkswagen as the poor man's Audi. You sort of get all of the amenities with not quite the price. Audi is very popular, as is Volkswagen.
That's an interesting way to say that. I mean, I used to do some driving for Audi before, and I thought they were killer cars. Obviously, these are not American cars. These are import cars. So I would imagine probably not American tools can work on these. Tell me a little bit about the tools that it takes to service these.
We have lots of ways of getting tools. Our Snap-on guy provides us with many quality tools, but we do buy lots of what's called special tools directly from Audi and Volkswagen. You're right, going down to Napa to get parts or tools isn't exactly the most efficient way, but we have found ways to make the repairs as efficient as possible with getting tools from local tool dealers as well as directly from Audi and Volkswagen.
Before we talk about some of the repairs that you're able to do, let's talk a little bit about maintenance for cars in general. Obviously, a well-maintained car will have you less repairs later on, I would imagine. Do the imports that you work on, do they require more maintenance, and how often should we bring them in to make sure that they are running optimally?
We like to look at cars approximately every 5,000 miles. Some people don't even do that in a year. So once a year, 5,000 miles, we like to at least put eyes on the car and change the oil, look at the fluids. One of the best ways to see what a car needs is to put it on a lift, take it for a test drive, and just look at all of the components And being that we work on all of the same cars, giving it a test drive, we can feel when a car is not performing or driving as it should.
I mean, I would imagine people out there feel that if they own an impart, they have to go to the dealership to get it serviced. Is that really not the case? I mean, are they able to come here and get dealership quality service, yet probably save $1 or $2?
The cars, when new, the dealers do know the newest problems going on with the newest cars. We're usually, we try to stay informed as much as possible and keeping up on our education with the new cars. We like to start seeing cars at the 30, 40,000 mile mark when they're getting out of warranty. Dealerships, we work closely with dealerships. I wouldn't consider us an alternative, but we do work closely with the dealerships. And when the cars get in the higher mileage, yes, we can save, 20, 30% is about the average as far as parts, repairs, maintenance, as well as labor.
All the maintenance you're pretty much able to do in here. So we're talking about fluid change, all up to factory spec, air filters, fuel filters. Are all these things kind of not only help the car run better, but I imagine even give you better gas mileage out there on the road?
Of course, yeah. Keeping up on a car's maintenance is the best way to prolong its life, as well as keep up on small things like gas mileage and repairs down the line.
I know for myself, when a car breaks down, kind of get stressed out. I want to get it out on the road back as quickly as I can. Is it important that people able to come to a shop that, like you say, pretty much you can handle anything, small job to large job? As far as turnaround go, is that important for you to get it out there for the customer?
Yes, we take a lot of pride in trying to turn cars around as quick as possible. We do work on a lot of cars. But we try to keep downtime as minimal as possible. We understand that when your car isn't running correctly or it doesn't start, it's always on the worst day possible. You need to get to work, you have to pick the kids up from school, whatever it might be. We're very understanding that people need their cars, and our job is to get them back on the road as quick as possible.
Someone comes in, they've got a problem with the car, maybe they're not even sure what the problem is. Share with me a little bit about the onboard diagnostics. A lot of these are pretty much computers. I mean, are you able to hook this up and get to the problem rather quickly?
Onboard diagnostics is very efficient in helping us find problems, although it doesn't fix the problems. There's still a very large human factor that we have to listen to what the car's computers are telling us, interpret that into the most efficient repair possible.
Once you find a problem, are you able to give a pretty fairly accurate estimate for customers out there? I mean, I know a lot of folks don't like surprises, finding out something later on. I know it's important to you to provide honest workmanship out there. Is that something you kind of pride yourself on, that you're able to show them pretty much what it is and kind of help them make an educated decision on what to do next?
Yes, sir. We, with working on only two manufacturers, or one manufacturer, but two brands, the problems we see are generally throughout the brands. We aren't seeing very many new problems. And no, we don't like to just throw parts at a car to fix problems. We like to get to the root cause and only fix what's wrong. And we know people's money is valuable, as is their time.
You're talking about complete engine work, transmission work, clutches, brakes. No job too small, too large. Is it just yourself here, or do you have a few guys you work with?
I am the one that answers the phones. I talk with all the clients. I have two mechanics, Steve and Marcel. Both are very family-oriented, and we're here 9 to 5, but if we're not here, we're with our families. And when we're here at work, your car is most important, but outside of work, our families are most important.
Absolutely. Brought you back here to Colorado and enjoy a little bit as well. Let me ask you this. Folks out there that are looking for more than your basic maintenance, I mean, they're really looking for optimal performance. Are some of the performance options that you provide even aftermarket beyond what the factory can do? Is that something you enjoy doing?
We do. We use APR for all of our performance tuning. We also have hardware through a few different companies, 034 Motorsport, Kerma TDI, Apical are some of the companies we use for our hardware components. All of our tuning is done through APR, which is a very well-known tuner in the industry, and really no mess, no fuss. Tune the car, and they run better and are quicker and more efficient, and no problems arise from that normally.
That is excellent. So if somebody wants beyond the factory specs, you can definitely get that. I mean, more horsepower, more torque, even throttle response. Some of the cold air intakes, the exhaust systems that you're able to do, are all these things. Do you see that more on the youth today as they kind of beef up their car?
Yes, I guess it is more of the clients that have expendable resource income, which are usually younger people. But we do, there are a lot of cars that we work on that are, mid-age guys, my age, older, that, really enjoy making the cars more enjoyable to drive.
Excellent. Not only helping the car perform better, but also in the way the car looks. Are you able to do some things with suspension? Is that something you specialize in as well?
Specialize in, yes, sir. We do a lot of suspension modifications that help the car handle better, look better. It's something I take a lot of pride in, making cars look better, yes.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, for consumers out there, we're always looking for a dependable mechanic, somebody we can trust. For myself, I bring my car to you personally. I know it's going to get done right. Is this something that is still rewarding for you now that you're able to really control that quality? I mean, you've worked with auto dealerships out there in the past, but like you say, now you're actually speaking with the customer and yet at the same time can discuss their car with them. Does that continue to be rewarding for you?
It does. I take a lot of pride in having a lot of just taking full control of the whole repair process, answering the phone when the client calls, speaking with the technician about the car, speaking with the parts, ordering the parts, just the full repair process. I have my thumb on it the whole time, and I've had people work for me in the past where I tried to step back and I didn't like losing the personality that I add to the repair. And being, having my thumb on the full repair, I take a lot of pride in being there from step one till the car being completed.
So high service, high touch is a great fit for you. Excellent. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information. This is a company that's been around since 2005, basically started here by an individual that loved Colorado, loved serving the local community here, basically graduated really top of his class, learning all about Audi, Volkswagen, two German brands out there that continue to be very popular. Check out the website. You can see the services they offer as well. Their contact information is at the bottom of the screen right there. Once again, that is Hardeys Motorworks, located right here in Parker, Colorado. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.